All right, you guys. So today we are talking about story problems and the method with story problems. So before we start off, we are talking about what do you hear when you are adding. So tell me some words that you hear when you're adding. What are some words? Isaac? Do you hear count up in the word problem, or is that a method? That's a method, so hold on to that. That is correct. So who can tell me the words that you hear? Tell me the words that you hear when you're adding. Is that adding? When you hear how many more, is that adding? Who can help her out? She's on a good track, but not quite there yet. In all. Some of the words that you hear is in all. Remember, we are talking about which one, adding or subtracting right now? Adding. We're talking about the words that you're hearing when you're adding. So you hear in all. What else do you hear? You hear in all. What else do you hear? You hear more. Good. You hear more. What else do you hear? What else do you hear? We're talking about adding first. We'll go to subtracting in just a second. You need a hint? You want one of my hints? Okay, what about all together? Is all together another one? Yes. All together. Does everyone understand what words you hear when you're adding? All right, so let's go to what words you hear when you're subtracting. Who can tell me? We're talking about when you're subtracting, not the methods yet. We're talking about when you're subtracting, what words do you hear? What words do you hear, Isaac? How many more? How many more? What else do you hear? Emma? Fewer. That's a good one because we always forget about that. Fewer. What else does it tell you when you are subtracting? What else does it tell you? This is a tricky one. Let's see if we can get it. Not adding. We already did adding. We're talking about subtracting right now. We're talking about the words that you hear when you're subtracting. Who knows? We got how many fewer. That's another one. We can write that on here because I didn't write it that way. How many fewer? That's another one. What is something else that it tells you when you're subtracting? What's something else? You want a hint? You don't want a hint. Okay, what's something else? What about if it gives you your total? If it gives you your total, does that mean that you're adding? No, it doesn't. It means that you're doing what? Subtracting. So if it gives me my total, I'm subtracting. So you have a marker in front of you. I will be reading. Your job is to have your listening ears on first. I'm reading you the word problem, okay? I am reading you the word problem. Who's reading you the word problem? Me. I am reading you the word problem. Your job is to have your what? Listening ears on. Listening ears are on, okay? Listening ears are on. Everyone understand that? Listening ears are on. After I get done reading it, you are solving it in front of you with your marker, okay? Don't touch your marker yet. Are you ready? All right. There are 9 penguins standing on the ice waiting to dive in. How many are standing on the ice waiting to dive in? 9, not 5, 9. There were 9 penguins standing on the ice to dive in. Are you ready for the next step? And 5 already in the water. So what do we know? We know 9 is standing on the ice. What else do we know? Not yet. I didn't even ask the question yet. So I didn't finish. So what else? You said it well. 5 are already in the water. Okay, you ready for my question? How many penguins in all? All right. So Jalea just said we have 9 standing on the ice. Keon just said we have 5 already in the water. Okay? All right. So now my question is, how many in all? Show me on your table. What do we do? Show me on your table. What do we do? You can draw it out. You can write your equation. However you want to solve it. However you want to solve it, you show me. Let me read again? Okay. Cover up once you're done. You ready? All right. There are 9 penguins standing on the ice waiting to dive in. Okay? And 5 penguins already in the water. How many penguins in all? All right? Got it? All right. I know you got it. Here you go. Go ahead. You can either write the equation or you're solving it. France, why do I see you talking? What do you need to be doing? Okay, thank you.